But what Arab just said, like he minted them, so doesn't he make a percentage off of the fact that he minted them?
No, that's not how it works. So
I thought
the
that's how it
percentage
worked.
goes to the creator. The creators will always get a percentage of royalties. With that said, there was a platform I saw months ago announce that they were going to have like collectors royalties. So depending on the longer you held it, you still get a continuing percentage. I think it was a smaller platform. I can't even remember its name, but I hope that features like that do come.
Dude,
So what does
that
minting
had to
them
have been
do? I thought that's what minting was. I thought it was you get like a royalty off of every sale.
Same.
Minting, I'm not going to lie, is somewhat of a confusing term. Minting in general is the moment that the item comes onto the blockchain, right? So let me put it to you this way. Bored Apes, they had all the randomly generated files, but they weren't minted on the blockchain until someone made the purchase. But once they made the purchase, that triggered the minting, and now it's on the blockchain. So the creators were Yuga Labs, I think the brand name is, but the person who minted is whoever was there that day to pay that 0.08 fee.
So when you mint one, do you pick specifically which one you want, or is it just like a random one that's generated and give it to you?
In most projects, it's a randomly generated thing. Think of it like buying, when you buy a pack of loot box, or like when you're buying a pack of Pokemon cards, you're gonna get Pokemon the brand, but what Pokemon are you gonna get inside?
Right.
Got you. Interesting. I didn't know that. See, fuck, I didn't know that. I thought that minting.
I thought this whole time.
It is confusing. Just no. So even this, so like my project, right? I don't have the build out to do them randomly generated on the blockchain. So I mint it onto OpenSea, and then people buy it from me for my project. So there's kind of a few different ways it can be minted, I guess is the best way of saying it. But minting is just the act of bringing it onto the blockchain for the first time, whether it's your project or someone else's. But yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I had a homie that's coming out with it's called Boss Bears or something, and they're like just homies that I've known for a long time. And I was hitting them up about I was like, dude, like I support what you're doing. I imagine these aren't going to be crazy out of pocket expensive, so I plan on supporting. I was like, what do I do? And this was before I even talked to you. This is before I even knew anything about fucking NFTs. I was like, fuck, if this is a space that's going to stick around, I'm in the fucking E world anyways. I'm going to, try to learn about it. Cause I think that, me and Arab talk about it all the time, how like when you were younger, you're like, dude, why don't my parents just understand what the fuck a video game is? Why don't they get it? Why don't they understand what this is? It's because, the difference between us and our parents is we have the internet and we understand how to utilize it to learn. And our parents didn't really do that. So I refuse to get left behind. So I will learn if something is going to be, here to stay. I learned my lesson fucking knowing about Bitcoin in fucking 2012 and not buying, you know what I mean? Like I learned that lesson, so I'm not letting it happen again to a degree. But I asked him, I was like, I want to purchase one. How do I get one? And then he goes, oh yeah, you mint on the day that we're minting. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And he goes, oh, it's like a loot crate. He was basically, you mint it and then it spits out whatever the fuck you get. It's a rare, it's not a rare, it's whatever. And I was like, dude, I didn't even know that it was like that.
Minting is bringing it onto the blockchain for the first time. So they generate the files, but it's not on the blockchain until you make that purchase.
So there's no value of minting other than the random chance that you might get a rare.
Get a crazy one?
You get a W. There's people that mint on day one, and it's a project that blows up, and that 0.08 turns to 20 ETH. And
it always costs the same.
Not always the same, but
similar though.
A lot of it's usually 0.02, 0.05, 0.08.
They choose the price, or it's based off the gas fees? Okay.
Yeah, so the gas fees are separate. So you're paying the gas fees on top of whatever the fee is to mint.
Yeah, because we know people that have like made an NFT project and like day one they fucking wanted four Ethereum for it. Remember what we're talking about?
Yeah, I know what we're talking about.
But like yeah, it's like what is I never understood that, like how it got to 4 Ethereum. You get what I mean? Like no one bought it ever. So it's like, how did they?
Yeah, you definitely got to check. The OpenSea shows you the stats, so it'll show you how quickly stuff is selling, how many sales there have been, and stuff like this. And so, if something's at 4 Ethereum, it's usually because it's kind of worked its way up there. It's the usual case. To kind of hold that value. So it all depends. I think people are really just trying different things and seeing what works. But it seems as though that 0.08-ish is the sweet spot, especially now with gas being so high.